Hey, Thomas here, and welcome to an isometric session. This is going to be a follow-along routine performing 3 different exercises for 3 rounds here. The first exercise is going to be an isometric pull-up held for 15 to 30 seconds. The second exercise is going to be an isometric squat held for 15 to 30 seconds. And the third and final exercise is going to be an isometric push-up held for 15 to 30 seconds, making a workout time total of 9 minutes 34 seconds. Now, equipment I recommend for this, especially with the isometric pull-up, is a pull-up bar or resistance bands if you're a beginner, and we have alternatives as well located in the PDF. You'll find a bodyweight alternative with others as well. First, I just want to say you are awesome for being here, and I want you to continue on this path. You know, many people make excuses, they can't find the time, but you're an action taker here, and you're here to get results. So I'm excited to see your body transformation over the next few weeks. So let's do this. We're going to start off with our isometric pull-up. So if you need to pause to get in your ready position, go ahead and pause the video, but we're going to go ahead and jump into this. So I want you to lift up now into your isometric pull-up. So go into a 90-degree bend with the arms here and hold this contraction. We're going to be holding in this position. Stay strong here. Now focus on keeping those elbows nice and wrapped in close to the body. And we're going to have variations here. If you're a beginner, you can use bands. And if you're ninja level, you can perform a front lever variation here. And we're going to hold in this contraction. And then we're going to move on to our squats here in just a second. All right, now we're going to relax, and now we're going to switch into our isometric squat. So drop down, drop those hips back and down, hold this squat position here. Now key technique points you need to focus on. Make sure the knees are in line with the toes. Make sure your hips are down and back, and we're performing a 90-degree bend with the legs. Now if you need to, we have alternatives here. We have a beginner position where you can use a seat or a chair for assistance or a yoga ball, or if you're a ninja, you can perform a one-legged pistol squat. I recommend holding yourself for balance there. All right, now we're going to switch into our isometric push-up. So lower down into your push-up position here and hold here. Now we're going to focus on key points here with the technique. Have the wrists stacked below the elbows so you create a nice line there. Have a 90-degree bend with the arms. Keep the back straight, keeping the core tight and the butt tight so you have a nice rigid back. And we're going to hold here. Now you have a couple of alternatives. You can use a beginner knee push-up alternative. You can also use a beginner wall push-up alternative. All right, now we've completed the first round. You can rest. We're going to rest for 2 minutes here, grabbing water, or you can perform light cardio. I like to do some shadow boxing and some jump rope. And you can perform this cardio for 2 minutes, or you can just rest. Now the reason why we rest for 2 minutes on these isometrics is our body's getting a good work out here, and we want to return to the next following rounds with just as much strength or even more strength. So I'm going to return back here in the next couple minutes. You're going to hear an alarm when there's about 10 seconds left of the break, just to give you a heads up on when we're about to get started again. All right, so we're about 10 seconds out of the next round. So go ahead and get in your ready position. We're going to start off with isometric pull-ups. All right, so let's lift up into our isometric pull-up here. Hold that 90-degree position with the arms. Keep those elbows wrapped in, and let's hold this position here to stay strong. We also have those alternatives that you can perform with the bands if you're a beginner, and if you're a ninja, you can perform the front lever variation. Also, if you want to get an ab contraction as well, you want to get those abs, you can lift up the legs and hold the legs up while you're performing this isometric pull-up as well. All right, let's lower down and let's switch to our isometric squat. We're going to go into a nice isometric squat here. Try to get a 90-degree bend with the legs. Try to focus on this technique. Keep those knees in line with the toes. Make sure they don't go inward. We want to keep a nice straight back, keep the shoulders down in their sockets, arms in front, counterbalancing there, and try to hold that 90-degree bend with the legs there. Now, if you're not able to hold here, that's okay. Just hold as high as you can, maintaining good form. All right, now we're going to switch into our isometric push-up. Let's go down into that nice push-up position. Remember the key technique points. Make sure those elbows are wrapped in close to the body. You have a nice 90-degree bend with the arms, and your elbows are stacked on top of your wrist here. And of course, you have these alternatives you can use. Now, if you want to ramp it up and get an advanced alternative, you can squeeze your hands together as you're holding this position, and this will increase the difficulty. All right, you can hop up, and now we are into our rest phase. So we're going to rest for 2 minutes. Again, you can grab some water. You can perform some cardio here, perform some marching, jogging, jump rope, shadow boxing, and I'll see you here in a couple minutes at the beginning of the third round. All right, so we're about 10 seconds out from the next round. Let's go ahead and get in our ready position, get ready to start with the isometric pull-up, and let's do this. So let's lift up into our isometric pull-up, hold that contraction. Let's finish off strong this final round, and let's hold here, holding for just about 15 seconds or so. And again, you can use those alternatives there. Let's stay strong here. And if you want to get those abs going, you can lift up with the legs and hold here as well. So hold here, stay strong. All right, now we're going to switch into our isometric squat. Drop the hips down and back, hold this squat position, stay strong in the legs, and make sure to focus on those technique points of keeping the knees in line with the toes, having the back nice and straight. And if you want, you have these alternatives here, the beginner one with the seated or chair-assisted version, and then you can also perform a ninja version, performing the pistol. All right, now we are going to switch into our isometric push-up, the final exercise of the final round, so let's do this. So go down into that push-up position, hold here, creating a 90-degree bend with the arms, keep that back straight, keep that core tight, and let's hold on for this final exercise here. Also, you have alternatives. If you need them, you have the beginner push-up and the beginner wall push-up there for you. So we're going to be holding here, almost there, and done. You have completed this session. I want to thank you for joining me today. You're a rock star for being here, and I'll see you in the next session.